Hello everyone, my name is Shazib and welcome to the first video on Langchain LLM and Vector Databases. So I am going to make a lot of videos just like this, and all of those videos will be focused on these things, right? So if you have heard it or not, this is the most important part of AI that is working nowadays, and it is the most reasonable one if you are going towards app development, web development, and all of these things. How do I know it? Because we do it every day at hackscode.co. You can just go there and see our products if you want to. So who am I? I am an AI expert who is more focused on Langchain and LLMs nowadays, and I am always eager to learn about new things. So as to why I am developing this, there is only one reason. That is, I do R&D at my own company, and then there are a number of people that do the implementation and attach it with the already tech stack that is available, right? So to do the R&D, I have to test out new things, and for that I like to make these videos to make sure that you people also get that. And the second most important part is I get feedback from you people that shows me whatever is necessary and what are the things that I am doing wrong, right? So as I have told you, I use all of these things to develop web and app based projects at hexcode.co. So let's go right into the applications. Of course, as I have mentioned, that I am doing this to see what type of applications can be developed and what type of applications we have developed, right? So the main type of applications that we have developed with the help of LLMs are RAG, which are retrieval augmented generation. So again, it is just mostly a buzzword. Basically what this means is you need to talk with your data, right? So talking with your data is the most important part that we do with LLMs nowadays. Again, this has gone a lot further from this, and there are a lot more things that are into it. However, the main tipping or the main basic points are the ones I have shown in blogs. Okay, so let me just go through the steps one by one if you want to develop a retrieval augmented generation application. Okay, so first part would be to load the document. Again, the document can be loaded by a number of ways. So your source can be a PDF, your source can be a website from which you are scraping the data. Most of our clients demand web scraping as part of the project, because most of the projects are dependent upon scraping the websites of their clients or scraping their own websites to get the data and make an application out of it, right? So other than that, the second most important type of data source that I would say is the PDF, right? PDF version, or the version in which we have images, then images are converted into data. For example, if we are talking about let's suppose someone who is working in real estate, they will have PDFs, right? But those PDFs will have data that cannot be read by Langchain or LLM directly. You should first have to use an OCR. For that you can use Google VN API or a lot of other OCRs that are available, and then you will use that text to load the data. So that would be the first step. The second step would be to split that data. After you have loaded it, the second step is to split it into different chunks. Again, what should be the length of chunk? That depends on your application. However, if you go a lot beyond and the chunk size is a lot bigger, then there is a high probability that your application would not perform well. So other than that, it already depends upon your application. For example, if you are making a law chatbot, right, then you should have one case as one chunk, because we have already done it. So one case is one chunk, and then you feed it to LLM after doing the semantic search. That way it will be able to see if the cases are related or not. Okay, so other than that, what is the next step? The next step is those chunks are made into embeddings and then stored into the vector database. So this is the next step. The most important type of database again nowadays is Pinecone. We use that. We have also used Qdrant as well for a number of cases, but the free version of Pinecone is something that is used by our clients, and then after 2 3 months or 4 months, when that becomes paid, it does not hurt them at all. Okay, so a vector database such as Pinecone is the next step, and what would come after that is the query and relevant chunks. So all of our data is available in Pinecone. What we would need is write a query that would bring in the relevant chunks or the relevant data from all of that, right? So that is always the next step. So for that, we go to the step number 4, which is querying and doing the relevant chunks out of the data. And at the end, what we do is we write a prompt which reads, and the LLM reads those relevant chunks and give us an answer, right? So this is how a retrieval augmented generation application is developed. Again, RAG is the most important type of application. However, it is not the only application. So there are other applications such as summarization, translation, extraction, and a lot other that are used with LLMs as well. So when we are talking about something like extraction, we have also done that with the help of RAG, right? So it also makes sense to use extractive QA or something like that to do this extraction application. So other than that, there are also computer vision applications that are being developed with generative AI. Again, I am not talking about only Langchain here. So when we are talking about generative AI, there are multiple computer vision applications that can also be developed. So now let's go straight into the notebook that we are going to learn today. So today is just about the basics, and that's why we are going to learn about the basics of Langchain. Other than that, I am going to show you how to implement OpenAI ChatAPI in Python, and at the end I am going to show you a little bit of prompting. So let's get it started. Let me open my notebook. I have it right here. Okay, so this is the notebook that I have. I will also make this available. It is written in Google Colab, so you can just open it up in Colab and start working on it, right? So now I'll show you how I did this. So the first thing first, the few libraries that you are going to need are Langchain, OpenAI, and TikToken. TikToken is a library that is used for embeddings by OpenAI. So it is also available, right? And we can do this. So after you have installed all of these libraries, the next step is to enter your OpenAI API key. OpenAI is one type of LLM. If you want, we can use open source LLMs as well. However, it is not in the scope of this video, but for next videos, I would definitely go towards the open source LLMs as well. Okay, so OpenAI API key, here you will write your key. I have already written it and ran it, right, as you can see. Okay, so after that, you need to have these libraries as well. So for them, import chat OpenAI and human message, system message, and AI message. I'll get into these, right, what these are in a bit when we get here. So before that, the first thing that you need to do is you need to bring in chat OpenAI, which you have imported, and make an object out of it and give your OpenAI API key into it. Other than that, you should give the temperature. So temperature, what is temperature? Temperature is something that you want to be very less if you are talking to your data, or if you want the LLM to give any answer to you, then you will keep it high. So its value is between 0 to 2, and what I mean to say is you can just tell your LLM how much risks it should take by keeping the temperature between 0 to 2. It was between 0 to 1 previously, and now it is between 0 to 2. So right now I am not talking to my data. That's why I have written 1.5 here. Okay, so in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a physics bot, right? So let's get it started. Let's see what are the things that we need to do. So for example, if in this object chat, I write something like system message, you are a bot that helps with physics in compact way, right? So it would be the content for system message that you how you want your bot to behave. So that would be the first thing, and that is the second thing, which is the human message. So what does this mean? This means that what is the thing that you are asking your bot, right? So first thing is the instruction for your bot, and the second thing is what you mean to ask to the bot. Okay, so having considering both of these things, you can see that first I asked it to you know help with physics, and then I asked it what is the meaning of Newton's law. And the reply that I got was a message telling me something like Newton's laws of motion are fundamental principles and all of this, right? So again, this answer will change if I change the temperature, because right now it is taking maximum risks, and if I change the temperature, the risks will reduce and the answer will make even more sense than this one, right? So you can try it out by yourself. So I want to make this most practical video, right? So that's why I would move on, and I will now tell you what is the workflow of AI message into all of this. So the things that I have explained right now are the system message, and the second one is human message. Now the third one is the AI message. So what does AI message entails? AI message is the answer, right? So if you also want to do a little bit of few short learning. So what is few short learning? In few short learning, we first tell our system what type of answers should it give, right? Or other than that, we can also make it sort of a system in which we are asking a question, then there is an answer, and then the next question is dependent upon that answer. So I have gone with the second one this in this video. So the first question was, you are a bot that helps with physics, and then the I asked it what is the meaning of Newton law, and I gave it an answer that should be given by the AI. So after that, I gave it another question: what can these laws help us against? Again, as you can see, this question, that is the second question, is totally related to this answer that is given by AI, and is also related to this answer. This question that I asked before. So this time, the answer of this question should be related to the first question. Again, all of this is covered in more details when we talk about memory, but for now it is something that we can use right away as well, right? So then we get an answer that Newton's laws can help us predict and understand. So all of this. Remember, we never asked or talked about what laws we are saying here, right? However, it remembers that we were discussing Newton laws, and that's why it focused on Newton laws. So again, this is a little bit of how the memory works in LLMs as well, right? So in this is in theory. In practice, we of course do not want to do this every time, right? So what we do is we make a memory and we give that to our LLM, and then LLM has the memory as an input as well. However, I'll get more into it in the later videos someday, soon, hopefully. Okay, so other than that, there is another thing that I wanted to show you, that how we can input the document. So for example, if we want, we can import document from Langchain.schema, and I have entered a simple document in which I have told it that this is the page content, right? And this is the metadata right here. Okay, so here there is a very beautiful thing, that this metadata, what I have seen from most of my clients, this metadata is something that they want, right? This is very, very important, right? They want to know where their data is coming from, and they want to know, for example, which page is this data coming from. So all of these things are very much important. So that's why when you are developing a scraper, or you are developing a structure in which you are going to make chunks, make sure that these things are stored, because they make this make a lot of sense. This small change makes a lot of sense, right? And when we click on what is doc, then we can just open this up as well, right? So if you have a link here, then it will be clickable. If you can also see, if you ask chat gpt what show me a link to google, then the link that you get is clickable. So it is something like that. Okay, so let's go beyond it a little bit about what are OpenAI embeddings. It is just an introduction. Mostly, I wanted to talk about prompts today. So before that, just a little bit introduction of embeddings. What is embedding, right? So embeddings are basically used to convert our textual data into numbers, right, in the form of 0 1. If you are familiar with binary or something like that, binary number system. Okay, so let's suppose we give it a sentence, it's time to learn some physics, and then we can just give it into embeddings and make embeddings out of it. Okay, so here is the sample of an embedding that has been made with the help of our data. So as you can see, these are all numbers, right? And these each embedding shows a specific part of text. Then later when we do the semantic search, I'm sorry I said the binary system, it is not basically the binary system, it is as a whole. Okay, so later when we do the semantic search, what we can do is we can just bring in these embeddings and see which one of them match mostly with our question, right? So now let's go into prompting a little bit. Okay, so let me get here. Okay, so first thing first, you need to make an LLM. I am making it from OpenAI. You can use Cohere or any other, open source LLM as well from Hugging Face Transformers, right? And after making this LLM, I am making a prompt which says science does not include physics. Is the above statement correct? So this is the question that I am asking our LLM, right? So here I am doing that. So LLM, and in the input I am giving the prompt, and the answer is no, the statement is not correct. Science includes physics, right? So very compact and real statement that it has given us. And again, you do know that this is correct. So our LLM is ready to do some critical thinking. Of course, if we want it to do a lot more than that, then we have to instruct it in really creative ways. So let's see what is template. So template is something that we want to give into our prompt template and then later use, right? So this is one template. I really want to learn about this. It will be given in curly brackets. Subject is a variable right here. Okay, so in curly bracket I wrote subject. How can I do that? So after that I also told it to respond in detail. So after that, what is happening is I'm bringing in prompt template from Langchain.prompts, and later what I am doing is I am writing prompt template, and input variable is this subject and template is this template, right? So how can I use this, right? So to write final prompt, what I would do is I would write prompt dot format and subject, which was the variable, is equal to arts. You can have any other right here if you want, right? So after that, if I first I am printing the final prompt, and then I am just printing out the giving the final prompt to LLM and printing out the answer. So the final prompt was, I really want to learn about arts. How can I do this, right? I really want to learn about arts. How can I do that? So and the instruction also included respond in detail. And then the LLM responded in a way that there are many ways to learn about art. One of the best ways is to take classes in art school and all of this, right? So this is one, type of prompt. Of course, at Hexcode, we develop a number of prompts, and we even develop multiple type of applications with the help of prompting, right? So by actually, changing the prompts in creative ways and, attaching it with, previous tech stack, there are a number of applications that can be developed, right? So we are making most of the chatbots applications, and other than chatbot there are a number of other applications as well, right? Like lease abstraction, lease summarization, recruitment, HR, all of these things, right? So are a ton of applications that can be developed with this infrastructure. So if you want to learn more about it, keep following me. And if you want to discuss something about this, or any consultancy, or you want to develop any software or anything, right, you can just contact me. Thank you. This is it for today.